Sitting here wasted on this old piano.
Everybody knows the dirty secret of modern rock. Some bands do not really sing everything you hear. Lip sync, miming, pre-recorded vocals, hidden safety nets. Today we name names, not to shame, but to question authenticity, honesty, and legacy. When did live rock quietly become assisted performance? Mötley Crüe is the clearest modern case and honestly the hardest to defend. Vince Neil has struggled live for years, and fans repeatedly noticed vocals continuing when the microphone was nowhere near his mouth. Nikki Sixx eventually defended backing tracks, saying fans pay for a show, not vocal perfection. That argument sounds reasonable until you remember what rock was built on. Rock accepts mistakes. It thrives on danger. The issue is not technology, but honesty. The band never openly admitted to full miming, yet evidence mounted tour after tour. Many longtime fans now openly say the vocals are mostly pre-recorded. Others argue age, health, and physical limits. Make it understandable. I feel torn, but also frustrated. At some point, the chaos stopped being dangerous and started being managed. That is the real shift. Mötley Crüe once lived on the edge of collapse. Now the edge is padded. Maybe that keeps the show alive, but it also freezes the band in place. Loud, expensive, and strangely safe. Bon Jovi sits at the emotional center of this debate. After vocal surgery, Jon Bon Jovi struggled badly live. Recent tours feature extremely loud backing vocals, pitch correction, and heavy reinforcement throughout entire sets. The band never admits to lip syncing, yet many fans believe the parts are pre-recorded. Defenders argue compassion. They say age and injury justify technological help. Critics say honesty matters more than sympathy. I personally find this painful to watch unfold slowly. Bon Jovi built everything on connection and sincerity. When vocals feel assisted, that connection weakens immediately for me. At the same time, I respect the refusal to disappear quietly. This is not about catching someone out. It is about watching a bond stretch under pressure. Bon Jovi's strength was always sincerity, and technology puts that sincerity in tension. The show goes on, but the connection feels thinner. You can admire the fight and still feel the loss. Kiss stands out because Paul Stanley did something rare in classic rock. He admitted to using pre-recorded vocals on later tours and no hedging, no excuses. He said, stamina and consistency made it necessary.
I just think the more truthful you can be with yourself and with other people, the better you're going to feel. Woo! Hiding stuff is tough.
Soon after, isolated vocal tracks leaked online and quietly confirmed it. Fans reacted sharply. Some felt betrayed. Others shrugged and said, Kiss was always about spectacle, not purity. That honesty changed the conversation overnight. Once a band admits it, the anger softens, but something still breaks. Rock has an unspoken contract. You sing, we listen. When that exchange becomes simulated, the magic shifts. I respect the admission more than the act itself, yet I cannot ignore the loss. Kiss survived by controlling the illusion better than anyone else. Admitting to playback did not destroy them. but it changed what the show represents. The danger was gone, replaced by reliability. That might have been smart business. It just is not the same contract rock once made with its audience. How do you feel about this? Def Leppard lives in an important gray zone. Joe Elliott openly acknowledged extensive vocal technology and layered support, especially harmonies. Lead vocals are usually live, but heavily supported. This is not hidden. It is part of recreating a massive studio sound built layer by layer. Many fans accept it because the band never pretended otherwise. Critics argue reliance on technology reduces spontaneity and risk. I understand both sides.
What do you want? What do you want?
Def Leppard songs were engineered, not raw. Reproducing that sound live without help is nearly impossible. But when support becomes essential, rather than supplemental, authenticity fades. Key difference is transparency. Def Leppard chose Polish over unpredictability a long time ago. Their honesty about technology buys trust. Even when the sound feels frozen in place, the songs hit exactly as expected every night. Whether that consistency is comforting or limiting depends on what you want from a live show. Scorpions are rarely accused of full miming, but selective. Reinforcement is noticeable. Vocalist Klaus still sings live, yet backing vocals and doubled lines help carry the biggest choruses night after night. The band does not deny using technology, and that honesty matters. Fans mostly defend it, citing age, long tours, and decades of wear. Critics warn that once reinforcement increases, lines blur quickly. I respect how Scorpions handle aging. They do not hide it. They do not claim perfection. Still, the debate remains unavoidable for me as a listener. If technology compensates for decline, is that preservation or illusion? I feel Scorpions still risk failure on stage, and that risk matters. But how much support becomes too much support? If future tours rely more heavily on tracks, does that change the deal? Would you rather see a band retire proudly or slowly replace human limits with digital ones over time there? Poison often escapes serious scrutiny, but Bret Michaels has relied heavily on backing tracks for years. Fans documented moments where vocals continued while the microphone dropped. Unlike other bands, Poison rarely addresses it directly. There's no major admission, but also no strong denial. It feels quietly accepted. Supporters argue Bret Michaels has health issues and still delivers energy, connection, and fun. Critics respond that energy does not replace honesty. Glam metal already battles credibility problems, and miming feeds every stereotype critics love. I feel conflicted here. Poison never pretended to be raw or dangerous. Poison proves that nostalgia can survive almost anything, even doubt. The crowd still smiles, still sings, still leaves happy. But the performance now leans more on memory than moment. The fun is real. The risk is not. And maybe that is exactly what most people came for.
You sound awesome.
Journey with Arnel Pineda is complicated because he can sing. Nobody seriously doubts that ability at all. Yet fans noticed reinforced high notes and doubled choruses during recent tours. Sometimes vocals appear to continue when the microphone clearly moves away. The band insists vocals are live with support. Critics argue support slowly becomes a safety net. I think Journey exposes impossible expectations in legacy rock. Steve Perry set a vocal standard few humans could meet forever. Backing tracks reduce risk and protect consistency. But risk is the soul of rock music. Without risk, performances become predictable and emotionally flatter over time. Fans are sharply divided online. Some praise professionalism and reliability. Others feel cheated by Polish. I keep asking myself this question. Would Journey audiences rather hear Arnell strain and fail honestly, or succeed with help? What do you think? Red Hot Chili Peppers are mostly a live band, but Anthony Kiedis has used backing tracks on certain tours and television performances. This is not full miming. It is selective reinforcement. Fans noticed moments where vocals stayed stable during heavy movement on stage. Critics argue this contradicts the band raw image. Supporters say it protects stamina and pitch during long sets. I am more forgiving here than elsewhere. The Chili Peppers still embrace chaos publicly. Mistakes happen. Tempos shift unexpectedly. Songs breathe and change nightly. That honesty matters more to me than strict purity or technical perfection. Plenty of bands hide behind technology. The Chili Peppers do not. Even with reinforcement, the performance still breathes and mutates. That difference is subtle, but it is everything. You can hear the human effort underneath the sound. Guns N' Roses create endless arguments among fans. Axl Rose still sings live, but backing tracks help with range and endurance during long performances. Some fans accuse him of miming outright, others defend him fiercely and reject the idea completely. I think this debate reveals emotional loyalty more than evidence. People want Axl to be real. When technology enters the picture, trust erodes fast. Axl never admitted to lip syncing. Most evidence suggests reinforcement rather than replacement. Expectations remain brutal because his voice defined an entire era of rock. Aging exposes limits mercilessly. I respect that Axl still risks failure nightly. Cracks happen. Notes miss. That is live music to me. But if reinforcement increases gradually over time, where does it stop? Would fans accept full playback, or does Guns N' Roses survive precisely because danger and unpredictability still exist on stage every night? Queen with Adam Lambert ends this list because it is the most debated case. Adam sings live. Few seriously doubt that fact, but harmonies and effects still trigger accusations of backing tracks during shows. Supporters say Queen music demands layered vocals to feel complete. Critics argue Queen legacy demands purity above everything else. I feel conflicted watching this unfold.
So you think you can stop me and sweep my
Adam respects Freddie Mercury without imitation, yet Queen fans hold sacred standards. Technology becomes symbolic here rather than purely technical. Is this tribute or dilution? I do not believe this is deception. I believe it is interpretation shaped by modern touring realities. Still, the debate matters deeply. I want your take. Is Queen preserving greatness or slowly redefining what live performance means today for audiences?
There were plenty of ways you could hurt a man and bring him to the ground. You could beat him.
So where do you stand after hearing all this? Is lip syncing ever acceptable? Or does it cross a line Rock should never cross? Tell me in the comments. Disagree with my takes? Defend your favorites. This debate only survives if we keep questioning what live really means today together.
What do you want? What do you want? I wanna rock and roll. Yes, I do.